Alright, I'm going to take this off. I've had this motor sitting back behind the shop for about 10 years, and I just took it out and cranked it, and it miraculously cranked on about the third or fourth pull, but there's no water coming out. I thought there was a block obstruction or something, but it's obviously the water pump. So I'm gonna go get one. This is on a Sunday, so I'm gonna just take it loose and refamiliarize myself with it. I think that's supposed to be obviously a lot tighter than that. Yeah, I'm thinking this is completely worn out, because you can see that just bunk. I mean, that's way too much room. I think all that's not keeping any. And I'm pretty sure I did put this in new, and that does have the little cotter key and all in there, I see. There's the little key. Okay, well that's probably fine right there then, because I'm thinking that's all I did put in there. Alright, this is just a continuation. I just got this water pump in for this. I thought this was like a 78 or an 80. I looked on the title, it says it's a 74. And these kits fit starting at a 74, so this must have been the first year. But anyway, this was the old stuff I took off. I made a few notes over here. I'd bought this thing a while back, and I put a new impeller in the housing, but I didn't put any of the other stuff in there, and it never peed a good stream. This was the main problem, because that was the original that I left in there. You can see the size of the hole. This was completely walled out. This is just a little dab of marine grease I got from over at the farm. Put a dab of that. There, that's good. If you're supposed to put oil in there or grease, and put a dab just because it can't hurt. Just to spin it on there. I forget, you got to put one of these in here. Well, that worked perfect. Well, that looks good. Oh yeah, and then you got to put this on here. That's everything in the kit, and then this little O-ring that just goes up here. Oh, feels good and snug. Alright, here's the gheenhoe project. I got a wreck out here because I'm working on I also just picked up that four-wheeler over there. That'll be another project. But anyway, I bought this month or two ago. This is a 15.4. This is like one of the original ones. This one was actually made from the people I think that make Riverhawk. But anyway, it was in decent condition. I bought it with the trailer and everything. It's 15.4, had the seats. It was just like this, but then this wouldn't put out any water. So I did take this and hook this up to the bottom, you know, where the water pump runs up, and hooked it to a water hose, and it did pee good, so that's all good and free. So then it was the water pump, so that's what I'm working on now, but I'm going to put that on and see if we can crank it. I'm going to see if I can't get this to line up. Alright, you can see, I don't know if you can see that or not, see the hole there for the linkage. And if you put it in forward, see it pushes that forward a little bit. And then this is when you drop your screw. I'm sticking this in here and pushing down on the, oh, it's stuck. Now I'm holding the shift lever in forward as well, which is extending that down there to that little groove that it's supposed to be in. Make sure that lock nut, it's got a lock washer. Oh God, excuse me, darn. That is tight. You definitely want to tighten that down. Alright, that's why I think it wouldn't. Okay, now you gotta take it out of gear, which will. Okay, now you gotta line everything up. Oh, there we go. But you got to make sure you're lined up. So I feel like I might be taking it back off. I think that's enough in there. Just, oh yeah. I won't choke it just because. Put it on. Alright, well that turned out to be a pain. I put the pump back on there and I still couldn't get any flow out of it, and I had the foot in this bucket here, which it was sitting up on bricks, so it was only about 2 inches lower than it is now, but obviously that little bit, I thought all my holes being covered up would, you know, be adequate for the water pump, but it was not. I never could get it. I took the foot back off, put it back on. I thought the little tube in here was not seating properly. Anyway, I took it off once or twice. That's why I quit filming, because I was cussing. But anyway, once I put it in this and got the water up high, see if it'll crank back up. Anyway, that's a 1978. I bought it about 10 years ago and I got it running rich because I hadn't cranked it in 10 years. But anyway, so I'm spraying for mosquitoes for free over there with the smoke. But anyway, I got the carburetor running a while back, and then I never had anything to put it on, and I just pulled it out when I got this gheenhoe. So I got a couple of other projects before I'm going to be putting it in. But anyway, I've been screwing with this thing. I just got that water pump in, put it on, everything looked great, and I guess it does not prime it unless, you know, the water's up that high. So you can see if your water pump isn't working. I mean, I had it down about an inch lower than that and it wouldn't put anything out. So check, make sure you're deep enough if it's not pumping. Alrighty, I'll keep you posted if I take it to the river. Alrighty.